Hello and welcome to the channel. Thanks for dropping by. Today we're going to look at a classic amongst the budget watch community, the Casio MRW 200H. This is the metal braceleted one. This watch has been around for many years. I believe it was around 2017 it came out, maybe 2018, and has been really popular. You can get it in lots of different colours, from white faced ones like this one to red print, printed Arabics, orange, blue, green, mainly on black resin straps. But in 2021 they brought out a metal braceleted version, and this is the one. Now I went with the white dial and black bezel. I think they do a black dial as well. I don't know if the bezel's white. I might have that wrong. This is about £30 on Amazon, and it is a quartz. It's a diver's sort of watch. It's got 100 meters of water resistance. However, I wouldn't say it's a true diver by any means, but it certainly gives that sort of look. I'll put a link in the description to this version of the watch. Now, it's quite a large watch. It's 43mm in diameter, so that sits well with me with an 8-inch wrist. 47mm lug to lug, although it seems to wear smaller for me. I think it's just the way that the bracelet comes off those lugs. It's 12mm thick, which is not the thickest watch in the world, which is good. Now the band is, well, the bracelet is 18mm. As you can see, it sort of fits in. That's a 24mm at the end of the lugs, but it drops down to an 18mm for the bracelet. So you won't be swapping this out, I don't think, too much, but I don't think you need to. And it also weighs 82 grams. One of the reasons it weighs 82 grams is the body of the watch is resin and painted to look like metal. So it's a silver sort of matte finish. It looks really good. Now there is a slight difference in the sheen levels between the body of the watch and the bracelet. The watch is slightly more matte than the bracelet. The bezel is also resin, hence again it making it light. It's a bi-directional bezel with 5-minute markers on there, and then you've got from 1 to 15 on minute markers and a pip, all printed on. It's bi-directional, as I say, so it goes both ways. It's frictionless, so there's no clicking here. There is no LUME on the bezel, though, but I'll show you the picture of the watch with LUME on it after. And the crystal is stated as acrylic, so it's a bit of plastic. So there's no anti-reflective coating on there, but do you know what? It actually works really well with what it's got to do. Now I went for the white dial with the black text. So we here have printed on the dial 1 to 12 on the outside track, and then 13 to 24 on the inside, sort of field watch style. And then we've got minute markers on the chapter ring there. We've also got a day date window edged in black, which is really nice. Now the hands on this are a little strange. I feel like the hour hand is really good, but the minute hand looks like it's from a different set. I don't know if they had a few spare and thought they'd use that. It's a little thin compared to the hour hand, and it's not really that legible compared to the hour hand. Now they are edged in black, and they are both lumed, which I'll show you in a moment. But to be honest, the lume isn't great, and it doesn't last too long. And finally, we've got a black needle second hand. I thought that was LUME, but I don't know if that actually shows up on the LUME photo I will have put up. I don't think it does, but the LUME, as I say, is not great. Now also on the dial, we've got Casio quartz printed above the pinion, and then water resist 100 meters below the pinion. And it's a really clean looking dial. Now the case back is 4 screws, so it's a pretty easy DIY replacement. I don't think it actually says the cell on there. It says the movement, but I don't think it tells you what the cell is that you need. But it's 4 simple screws, 100 meters of water resistance. So it's a really easy watch to maintain. So it could be yours for a long time. I think the battery life on this is about 3 years. But dead simple to replace for a few pounds, no problem at all. Again, I think that makes it really popular in the budget watch community. And then the strap, well, the strap, it's rolled links, so not the greatest in the world, but you wouldn't expect much else at this price, to be honest. Can be a little bit of a hair nipper. although I don't seem to suffer from it too much, to be fair. And then we've got the clasp, simple press clasp, wrong way around, Casio printed onto it. Again, I don't know what else you would expect for that, but it has got 4 holes of micro adjust on there, which is great, so you can get a really good fit with this watch. Now this watch, I would say, is an everyday type of watch, really. You could wear it in the office, no problem at all. Maybe if you're wearing it and then working and then going and play 5-a-side or something like that, it would certainly do both. You could certainly swim with it at 100 meters. It looks really clean, and I've worn it for a little while now, and it's one of the watches I've been stopped and asked about a couple of times. I think it's just because that dial is so sharp against that black bezel. It sits really nicely. Now, downsides, the minute hand does look like it's off another watch, possibly something more of a dress watch. The LUME isn't great, and I'm not a fan of friction bezels, or frictionless bezels, but that's personal preference, to be quite honest. It's great value for money, and I certainly recommend putting one of these, whether it be this metal one or one of the resin ones, in your collection. It's not a G-Shock by any means, and they would be similar priced, although they're probably double the price now, but it's certainly a great Casio all-rounder. So yes, definitely still worth it. I hope this video has been helpful, and thanks for stopping by. Please take time to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks. Bye.